So here we are finally for Mr. and Mrs. H. Nothing was going to stop them after 2 years of trying to get to this point where they're buying their first property. We're finally doing the inspection today in the middle of the COVID-19 issue, I'll call it. We're going to do the meeting as a no-touch meeting, and they're going to go through the property and not touch anything. They're in a separate car to me. But look, I mean, after everything they've been through, nothing was going to stop them from getting started. And we finally got to that point where the financials lined up. Everything's lined up. We didn't quite get as much money as we hoped. I think I want to mention that in an earlier video. So we had to go with a townhouse rather than a standalone house. But look, I mean, it's a very, very good property all the same, and they're really happy with it. And it means that they can make a start. In another year or two, they can continue to work on their financials. The next one might be a standalone house. It might be a higher purchase price. We don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. Interest rates are very, very low at the moment and look like they're going down again. But that doesn't mean everybody can all of a sudden borrow more money and anyone can get a loan. There's still a very, very strict criteria that we have to go through to get loans for anyone. Just because you can afford the repayment doesn't mean that the bank's going to give you the money. They're assessing you. They're still assessing you over 5.5%, and they're still looking really closely at all your living expenses. So it's still very hard to get finance. But look, here we are with Mr. and Mrs. H. I'm looking forward to doing this inspection and finally getting them kicked off. They're ecstatic, really happy with what we've got. I mean, it's still 3 bedrooms, 2 living areas. You can fit 3 cars there. Everything is close. This huge park across the road. You've got, McDonald's and all the burger joints across the other side of the road, Woolworths across the road, doctors, dentists, everything within walking distance, and it's a beautiful property. So they're really happy, and they're really happy they're kicking off. So it couldn't have gone better. This is another one that'll be a great journey to follow because being self-employed, there's a lot of other challenges that come with that. But they just said to me, when are we doing the next one? So they're really keen to keep things rolling.